Hey, I'm Austin Rushing, feel the pressure on the field. Quarterbacks in trouble with my skill, I never heal. Omar lost a beast, smaller frame but packs and punch. Mini Chris, I'm mighty quick. On the line, I'm here to munch. Josh Simmons blocking strong.
We're here tonight, talk a little bit about the Chiefs camp, see what's going on out here. I'm going to tell you that I think it's been a very successful camp. The players today got a big break. The weather was about 65 to 70 out there instead of 100, where they had a lot of fights. So really happy with what I see so far. So we're kind of going to get into it. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with the camp atmosphere and the injury report. I think the atmosphere is a really good brotherhood right now. I think their Chiefs are doing well. I really am enjoying the way the veterans are complimenting some of these rookies, and you don't normally get that. So that tells me that we really had a good draft class. The injury report, I'm only going to go over some of the top ones. I'm really concerned about Christian Fulton. He has not seen the field yet, and we paid $10 million for him. So we need to get him out there. Hollywood tweaked his ankle, so hopefully he'll be back. We got a break with Xavier. They said he was in concussion protocol, but Andy talked about it on his presser today that it was just basically some liquid in his ear and it had a little equilibrium problem. And then we got a little bit of a tweak back with Tranquill. That kind of worries me a little bit. But those are the bigger injuries right there. And I think, we need to get everybody healthy because it's going to take a healthy team to move forward this year. Next thing we're going to go on to is a little bit of the offensive line. I think what Andy has talked about with the battles is that he's getting players playing 2 and 3 positions, which is really good because if you get somebody hurt, it's like somebody's going to be able to come in there and not miss a beat. So when you think about left tackle, Josh Simmons is holding that fort down. He's just taking all the snaps. Right tackle, you got Taylor is doing, and they're rotating back and forth with, on the right tackle position. And then you're seeing Kingsley really taking most of the snaps at right guard. So I think this offensive line is getting better, but, last year we had the same promise, and what happened? It didn't work out. So we're crossing our fingers on that and hoping that we continue to do well. The next thing is kind of a little bit about our pass catchers. I think Tyquan Thornton is just doing really good things, and Robert Tonyan, tight end, played for Green Bay. I remember watching him. He was like Travis Kelce on Green Bay. This kid is 31 years old, but he is really good. I think he's going to crack that lineup. And if you get, Rice's suspension done, and you get Hollywood healthy, and you get Worthy going on, and you got Jalen Royals is looking really good. So I think this is probably one of the best receiving team crews I've seen on the team. So I'm really excited about that. And then I'm also excited about just the way the mentorship, the way Chris Jones and, is mentoring that defensive line. And, it's really working out. And I think everybody's enjoying that veteran presence and on all that teaching about what they need to do to be a professional. So I think it's a really good deal. We're going to get into a little bit of the defense. I think until we get that first preseason game, you can't really tell what's going to happen. I mean, you're seeing Spags talk about Gelati has a lot of bend. Omar Lott has got a lot of quick release off the ball. I'm not seeing a lot talked about our defensive back that we drafted. So I'm a little concerned there and seeing what's going on there. But at least you're seeing Royals on the offense, and you're seeing Lott, and you're seeing Gelati really make some good pave way to what they're getting ready to get into. And Spags has talked very highly of both of them, so that's a big deal. And as we go into the next segment, we're talking about our stock watch. I'm just wondering about Jalen Williams. I'm just wondering if he's going to have a chance to make this team. There was rumors about him being traded. I don't think we need to trade him. They watched a podcast the other night. Steve and Mike all cheesed up. He had better numbers than Jalen Watson. He has good numbers. So he's in the doghouse. He's made somebody mad. I wish he'd get out of that doghouse because he is definitely has potential. And I think, when I look at him and I look at Najee Johnson, I watched Najee Johnson and everybody did last year. He was lost. I mean, they just threw the ball on him like he wasn't even there. So I'm hoping that Williams gets the nod over Najee Johnson. I really do. And now we're going to go into a little bit of, just the mental toughness of that heat, 110 degrees on the field. I think Andy does this for a reason. He wants to get these guys in the best shape. But I will tell you, last year when we played the Ravens, we had a pretty good sized lead, and we were just completely wore out. It was just terrible. Those defensive linemen were just Lamar Jackson. I thought it was a video game. He was running around, and our defense was so tired. So no matter how long and how much hard camp you do, game speed is different. So they're going to have to see what they can get ready, and it's going to be, how do you play in preseason? Do you want to get somebody hurt, but you've got to get ready. So I'm thinking that if I was doing it, I would definitely play them at least a quarter every preseason game, and so they can be ready for that first game. The next thing we're going to move into is the first preseason game. I'm excited about this because I'm in Arizona. The Cardinals have got a really, really good defensive line. They've drafted well. They've got some good free agents, and it's going to be a good test for the Chiefs rookies to see how they perform against that big defensive line. And it's going to be great because I have my brother coming out, my nephew coming out, my son. We're all going to go to the game, and we'll do a little video on it after that game. But I think it's going to be a fun game. I'm really looking forward to our offensive line, and then I'm looking forward to our receivers to see how they fare against that Cardinal defense. And then the last thing, just kind of closing it out, how, from a confidence level, do you feel this team is ready from 1 to 10? And, when I look at the AFC West, I still think there's a lot of room for improvement for the Chiefs. Are they where they need to be? I don't think so. Okay. But they're getting better every day. They're working hard. And the key thing is stay healthy, line up where you're supposed to line up. And then you need game speed. Well, all the coaches talked about how much faster during the game it is than practice. So you've got to do that. And then the last thing is we have to reduce the penalties. You can't start out 1st and 15. You have to get positive yards, and you have to reduce the penalties. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. I want to thank everybody for watching, and look forward to the next video.
Hey, I'm Austin Rushing, feel the pressure on the field. Quarterbacks in trouble with my skill, I never yield. Omar lost a beast, smaller frame but packs and punch. Mini Chris, I'm mighty quick. On the line, I'm here to munch. Josh Simmons blocking strong, protecting that MVP. My home's in the pocket, yeah, he's looking fresh and free. Swag surfing on the turf, feel the crowd, they roar and cheer. Rise and stop, we on top. In this league, we bring the heat clear. Limit, never falling, we keep climbing high. Kansas City drive, watch our dreams touch the sky.